day to be a Tar Heel, Zach.
Is it? I mean, is it?
Is it? Yeah, motherfucker, we got the number 1 seed.
You got a number 1 seed.
Shit. Without winning the ACC tournament, I'll take it. Okay? Okay.
All right. I think it's time to get into this, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because you already know if Kobe would have hit that shot, Duke fans around the world would be still sick right now.
Hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I know. It rimmed out, too.
All right. Let's get right.
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Fuck it. We're doing it anyway. All right. Welcome to another episode of Smack Talk. Leave it on the court. Yeah. I am your host, Cerebral, here with my co-host, Joe. What's going on, Joe?
Welcome back, Joe.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you.
What's wrong with that kid?
You actually, Joe hasn't been here for a while, huh?
In a minute.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even realize that shit.
Scheduling issues.
Yeah.
What's going on, D? How you doing, man?
What's up? I'm here and I'm ready.
Yeah.
I fixed the mic issues.
Did you? Are you sure? Can you hear me?
Oh no!
Hey, I'm not calling you Kobe White no more.
Why?
Because I'm calling you Devontae Graham with that Hornets color shirt you got on. Damn. D. Graham, what's up?
All right, so is that where we want to start with college stuff? Where do we want to go?
Tournament is what, tomorrow?
It technically already started.
Those games don't count.
What, the NIT?
You still got time to fill out your bracket.
No, the playing games. Which, don't you guys feel like it should be
all 16 seeds?
Yeah. Like, why was an 11 seed playing? Can you turn me down a little bit?
Wait.
So
who already started playing?
Oh shit! I turned myself down. That's great.
I didn't. Oh yeah. You know what? I actually saw that when I woke up this morning. They were saying who already won or something. It was like some low end.
But there were 2 11 seeds.
Yeah.
Which is, I agree with you wholeheartedly, Joe. It's like, why are 11 seeds?
Because the way I look at it is, shouldn't it technically be the first 4 teams that are out each play for the play? You know what I mean?
The last 4 in.
Yeah. No, the first 4 out that aren't going to make it. The last 4 in would be the last 4 in.
Right.
The last 4 in and the first 4 out basically should be playing against each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
I still don't understand why an 11 seed played.
Like the 16 teams are playing right now too. Like,
well, they've got games where 16 seeds are playing against each other, but they've also got 11 seeds.
Yeah, I think Belmont played last night.
Yeah,
so I don't.
It's funky. I don't get it.
It's got to be
because an 11 seed is. I mean, it's not great, but you shouldn't have to, a 16 seed team should have to play the extra game.
There's 20 teams behind you.
Like St. John's and Arizona State plays tonight. They're both 11 seeds. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, why are they matched up against each other? Like, if there's 20 teams lesser than you, why are you in a playing game?
I'll assume.
Right.
You think it's got to do with like TV? Hey, get these guys out of here because
you know why? I see why. Because they split each side into 2 sides, so there's a play-in. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Because you should have 15 and 16 seeds playing.
There should be the 16 seed team should be playing that
playing game. And if you needed more playing games, then have the 15 seeds.
Right.
Do it.
There's no reason an 11 seed should be playing.
No, I don't get it. I would like to say that people smarter than us know why, but in all honesty, the NCAA has something to do with it, so I don't think they're smarter than us at all.
I feel like it's the same deal over in football too.
Hey,
the playoff.
Yeah,
it's really not that hard to figure that out, guys. Just make it 8, and everybody's going to be happy.
I mean, we should be happy to at least start with the 4 right now. There's some progress.
It's 4 right now. Yeah, it should be 6, and 1 and 2 get a bye automatically.
I would go with that too.
That
would be perfectly fine.
Because if you go into 8, then you're adding a couple extra games.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, that's
fair.
But in the same sense, you're playing in college football, so you're preparing to play 16 plus games.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Because a lot of these guys hit the wall when they get in the NFL around game 10, 11 anyway. So just preparing for it. The guys that have played on championship caliber teams in college, they'll be ready for it.
Yeah.
But Ben Simmons actually took a jump shot just now. That was
Did he make it?
No.
All right.
But it's crazy because since they started the playoff, and this is not how I want to start this podcast, but we'll do this really quick. Since they started the playoff, all other bowl games have become irrelevant. So why not make it 8 teams and you add relevancy to some other bowl games again?
Yeah.
You would theoretically add legitimacy to
I know what you're saying.
maybe
Sugar Bowl
three
or-
more. Yeah, 3 more bowl games because nobody's watching these bowl games now.
They're
really
watching
not.
It's
the
the
main
playoff.
two, and
It's
that's
gone.
it.
Yeah.
It used to be a big deal.
It used to be,
feel
you. It used to, like,
when it was
certain
just when it was
bowls-
just a national championship game. All those other bowl games mattered, but now nobody watches that shit.
Especially when
They'll be completely wiped out in the next 10 years.
NCAA, they fucking up.
$1 billion corporation.
Oh, they
$1 billion
I think they sold
nonprofit
it.
organization.
Yeah, I
by
was
the
about to
way.
say nonprofit.
They
Nah,
sold
you
it,
eating
too.
out the fucking cafe, kid. We ain't got no money for you.
Nope.
So
Food wasn't enough? Oh, well.
So speaking of NCAA,
North Carolina's gonna win. Don't worry
see,
about
I
it.
wasn't really pointing to you to say anything yet.
Oh, my
But,
bad.
I mean, it says all on your head
Okay.
already. And your
Clearly,
shirt.
all right,
Hey, you
clearly,
know I'm a fucking Tar Heel, man.
Listen,
Okay.
Oh, but you see, you know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
If- I guess I don't have a special team in college. Zach, you're not
Same.
too crazy about it, so we can't really ask you questions when it comes
You
to
can.
the
I'll
bracket.
be serious. What you want to ask me?
But I mean, no, it's nothing really to ask. It's just like honestly, I could see North Carolina going all the way and winning this whole thing. They look like they're the
It's-
best polished team in
it's
this bracket.
not-
But there's some good teams
I
coming.
mean,
in this,
yeah,
tournament.
we'll have to get through Kansas.
let's break it down. Let's break down
Like who's in who's.
what you really think about the brackets. Let's really go down that road.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I need to see this bracket. I just pulled one up and then
Oh, shit's up right now.
I mean, because Michigan's gonna have to play Gonzaga to get there if they all make it. And I think Michigan State can run Duke.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm not just gonna give that. To
No,
to
either
the
am I.
state.
But in the same sense, like y'all had your full team, and I guess that last game in the semifinals in the ACC, it showed that Carolina can't run with Duke with the full squad.
Yeah, it shows that. Yeah, it did show that Carolina can play with Duke, but it also shows that Zion is really important to that team,
He is.
which we already knew.
He is. But what I'm saying is, man had 29 points. And they beat us by 1.
Yeah,
So either because last time Cam and RJ both had like 27 against us. Where the fuck did they go? I feel like they should have smoked us.
that's a team,
And that's what everybody's been saying. Oh,
Yeah.
well, if we had Zion, we would have made up that 10 points and then beat you by another 15.
And that's why I was like,
No.
that, y'all
That
can't
shit
say
don't
that.
smoke like that, bro.
The fact that y'all stayed in it all the way, just pretty much competing. So it just shows you that Zion doesn't make no difference with him being.
Oh,
there.
he makes a difference, but
makes
he
a
doesn't
difference.
make them catastrophically better.
Yeah, like he didn't blow the North Carolina out. Like you would
Right.
expect probably like
It-
them to
like,
come out and
Well,
just.
it
run
wasn't
over.
as drastic as that first game of the season when they played against Kentucky, and we thought
It's
they
a
were,
marathon, not a sprint. So they
Right.
came out the gate chugging and hitting, and Zion was all good, and RJ Barrett was getting worse, and Cam Reddish was getting better. And then Marquise Holden or Golden, whatever the fuck his name is, started coming out the woodwork.
What you call it? All right, real quick. So
up?
looking down the East, you Duke
The
is
East.
Duke is number 1.
yeah.
I feel like there is no team in that half of the
bracket.
bracket that can run with Duke.
I feel like Michigan State
In the top half,
I think
And
Michigan
I'm
State,
talking about the top half.
the
Oh,
top
top
half of the
half?
East,
The top
yeah,
half of the
I
East.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. The team.
Michigan State can get them when they get to the Final Four, but
Virginia,
I think
Virginia
the
Tech
East,
can give them their best run, but even that, I don't think is going to be close.
don't sleep on LSU. LSU between Michigan State and LSU, I think.
yeah,
they
but
have,
okay,
But they only got to deal with one of them.
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
but
That's what I'm saying.
when you look at the
where one
rankings,
come out of it,
I don't know, man.
you just looking at the East.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If we're talking about the East, I think the only teams that I'll give LSU a slight chance, but the only teams that I really think are going to have a shot at coming out of the East are Duke and Michigan State.
Yeah.
And the way that Michigan
Louisville's
State,
not a slouch though,
I
bro.
wanted to say
Louisville
I wanted to say
put it
Louisville.
on us, dude.
I will tell you this about Louisville. Who's the head coach from Minnesota?
like the hell we know.
Who owns the gas station down the street?
Like we don't fall back like that now.
Okay,
You
all right,
can't say
fine.
that.
Let me set this up.
this ain't
All right.
our full time
I know,
career,
I will,
dude.
I will set this up. Jackasses.
We just do this shit once a week, bud.
I will set
Y'all
this
don't
one up
know
by
who
myself.
Where the fuck is Minnesota at?
If I remember,
Oh shit!
if I remember correct, you are fidgety.
Oh man,
Damn,
I'm sorry.
that's funny as
The
hell.
head coach for Minnesota is Rick Pitino's son. So,
I mean, I feel it.
Sounds like a problem to me.
so he gonna go in there with a little angst. Y'all shot down my father. Hold up.
Yeah.
But
we'll see.
realistically, Louisville is probably the better team. But I mean, 7-10. That's a decent matchup.
At the end, it probably gonna come down to Duke and Michigan State.
I think so, but I would say LSU does have a chance because they do play good ball. For an SEC team,
That got any sleepers in the East? Just looking at it.
East,
Yeah,
Sleepers?
yeah.
I don't know if you can call a 3 seed a sleeper.
I mean, really, I feel like
I think Maryland is.
I'm almost positive most of your upsets come between with the 5 and the 12 matchup.
So what's that? That's Mississippi State and Liberty.
Yeah.
I'm not putting money on Liberty. I'm not.
Mississippi State, I would say so. Yeah,
I
Mississippi
mean, they're
State.
decent, but they're not gonna. But see, that brings it to the next point of there's never gonna be a perfect bracket. So we can talk about this shit all day.
Right. That's why
But
they can
it's
offer
gonna
up
be
$1
the
billion for
fluky-
this.
It's the fluky game where it's like, bro, are you fucking kidding me?
Right. It's like Loyola going all the way.
Yeah, I was gonna.
It's just like Loyola going all the way. Where the fuck are they? Are
did
they
that
even
go?
in the tournament?
Honestly,
not this
How
year.
the fuck, bro?
Last year, we
I
don't know.
actually watched Loyola basketball this year, and I was like, damn, that's
Fuck
gone.
Channel.
Y'all made last year.
Hey, what the fuck channel that come on? Channel 6, bro?
Nah,
What-
bro.
what-
Over here, yeah.
Hey man,
Like,
as much money as I pay for cable, I got a lot of channels. Okay.
all right. So we agreed Duke is probably.
What
coming out.
conference is Loyola even in?
I couldn't tell you.
I
I'll be honest.
all I know is
have no
Michigan.
idea.
Michigan,
So
took us out.
All right, so let's do it. Who you got coming out of the East?
I got Duke.
Duke. All three of us got Duke.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, realistically speaking,
Okay.
Duke.
Duke.
Right.
What do I think is gonna happen?
What is Joe? Joe thinks that they're gonna lose. Joe
Dookie
thinks
gonna
they're
do
gonna
a
lose in the
fucking
first
Dookie
round.
and lose in the second round.
Oh
Okay.
my god. That's just the Carolina in him right now.
No, it's facts too, though.
All right. So the West, Gonzaga's in the West. They're the number ones.
Yep.
Do y'all see anybody in that bracket? I got Marquette possibly taking them out before they get to the Final Four.
That's a decent bracket, actually.
It is.
I mean, Syracuse can run.
Syracuse. Syracuse
nice
is
too.
good for a run. It's good for a run in the tournament too, man.
Syracuse, they beat Duke this year, right?
That they beat Duke, and that zone defense just gives kids
We talking
trouble.
about? We talking about Syracuse?
Syracuse,
Yeah.
That zone defense just gives kids trouble.
Yeah.
Nevada ain't no slouch either.
Nevada isn't a slouch. You've got.
I think the West is
it might be the toughest.
It's probably tough.
Murray
Michigan's in there
State too, man. I mean,
Michigan's in
at
there.
that 12 seed, bro, you might want to watch out for Murray State.
Florida State's decent too. Texas Tech,
Florida.
Michigan.
Somebody was talking to me about Florida.
Michigan stands. I think Michigan's going to be there standing just because of their defense.
They have struggled in the last handful of weeks.
Yeah, but they're still a number 2 seed.
Yes, they are still a number 2 seed, but I've watched them struggle mainly because my dear friend Tom, and I like to agonize him a little bit.
Sorry, Tom.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, Tom. He knows it's coming.
At least
but
y'all
no.
got to play Ohio State.
You know, it's Ohio State in football and Michigan State in basketball.
He don't like Ohio State regardless.
Oh my god! When we were in Ohio, there was a Buckeye pint glass. He had to drink out of it because we got the restaurant.
yeah.
Oh, he was salty.
He's super salty.
I'd have made him give me a fucking. Dude at work had a Duke cup. I said, "Why you drinking that coffee out that bogus ass cup?" He says, "My wife's cup. It's the only cup I had." You got me fucked up. I ain't drinking.
Pour
out
it in my
that.
hand.
Yeah, hot ass
gonna
coffee
do
in my palm, dude. I ain't drinking out that Duke cup.
What you call it? What you call it? Marquette?
No.
They got that one. They got that one cat. Marcus Howard.
Murray State's definitely gonna beat Marquette.
That's a good matchup as far as like
I
NBA
said, that whole
prospects.
bracket, it's tough to pick out who's coming out.
Murray
of
State
there. I
versus
think
Marquette.
Gonzaga can easily.
I'm
get
just
knocked
saying,
out.
Murray State gonna beat Marquette.
Do you think Gonzaga deserve to be a 1 seed?
Didn't they beat Duke the second game of the season?
Gonzaga's good, bro.
And they're 30-3.
I understand that their conference ain't ACC caliber, but they've been doing this shit for a little while.
They got a big guy down there.
They've been there the last couple years, bro.
They've been winning.
Granted,
games.
we had to beat them to get the ship, but they've been there.
Yeah, they've they've been winning games, and I recognize.
But it's like
the Boise State of
exactly, bro. I was literally just about to say that. It's literally the same as Boise State.
They get more recognition than Boise,
Yeah.
though. This is how you know you spend too much time around each other.
And I've known them for damn near 15 years.
But no, he's right. Is they don't have.
It's literally the same. They're not in a super. It was like when Murray State was like number 3 in the country a few years ago.
Yeah.
They're not playing in that conference, but when you're beating teams by X amount of points and you're
give
not
them
slowing
something.
up and you're doing your thing,
Yeah, man.
Russ, why? What you mean? That's not my man. That's
See the stat underneath his name?
bro.
Hey, one more tech, yo. He's suspended.
No, he already got suspended.
Yeah, but if you get another tech, it's suspension. Another
Good.
suspension again.
Rack them up. Rack them
So
up.
he's on thin ice for the rest of the season, but that's another story.
Rack them up.
Oh, we'll get to that.
I need OKC to start sucking so they don't play any extra playoff games. You know what I'm saying? I need Russ to just.
Look, we are going to have cohesion today. We're not going off topic. We will get to that because I actually saw something about OKC that I wanted to talk about.
Whatever, dude.
Okay, well, so we saying Gonzaga is pretty much still fair to at least still get out of the East or West.
I'm going Michigan, dude.
I'm going Michigan too, actually.
I honestly, when y'all were just talking about Syracuse,
beat Gonzaga. No, they ain't making it out the motherfucker.
No, not out the whole West.
They'll
I'll put them beating Gonzaga, but they won't finish it to the Final Four.
Okay, so y'all both got Michigan. I guess.
Hey man, get on that ledge.
All right, Midwest.
Next.
Midwest. You got North
Next.
Carolina.
Next.
Who you
All
think?
right, I'm trying to legitimately look at this and see if there's somebody
It's
else. I
tough
would
though
pick.
because we got Kentucky and we got Kansas.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I can see y'all mean Kentucky at the end.
You got Kentucky in a
We got-
year they're not being talked about.
Hey, Auburn
we-
though, they're not.
We
no
got to
slouch
beat
either.
Kansas though to get to the Final Four.
You got to beat Kansas. Who else is in that? Bro?
Iowa State ain't no joke.
I mean, you really only got to worry.
Houston's decent too.
I was about
though.
to say you only got to worry about either Houston or Kentucky.
Damn, you just gonna discredit Kansas like that? I mean, I don't
Well,
like.
no,
them
no,
either,
no. Kansas is on the same half of
Yeah.
the bracket as you. So I'm
Yeah.
just saying you only have to worry about Houston or Kentucky when it comes to the Elite Eight game. But you got to worry about Kansas.
Yeah, because I don't think Iowa State or Ohio State are gonna make it.
And if I'm thinking how I'm thinking, those Kansas players are going to be playing with a level of anger and animosity because they're the first team in 15 years
14
to not win.
You know what's funny? You know,
And that motherfucking
I can
streak.
see Kentucky honestly losing in the first
The thing
round.
about that Kansas streak, when it ended, everybody was saying like, "Don't be mad that it's over. Be mad that it happened because it's never gonna happen again."
So they're saying they're just gonna start a new streak.
No, just in general, in any conference, in any sport,
that they'll be that level of dominance.
There's no team ever gonna win 14 straight conference championships.
Oh, so that,
there
like,
is
be
no
impressed by that.
fucking way unless you're Alabama,
Yeah.
and I'm talking Alabama football.
And
know.
even Alabama
That's the only
football
other
doesn't do it.
no, because that's the only other team that can establish dominance like that in NCAA.
Yeah.
You won't see it in the pros because of free agency turning over so much.
Especially now, yeah.
You definitely won't see it in baseball because these motherfuckers.
Fluke-
What
it's
about
fluky.
New England Patriots? Like a net kind of
The
concept.
Jets, I mean, the Jets won two.
Oh, yeah,
didn't
yeah,
the Jets win
yeah.
the conference when Mark Sanchez was there?
Yeah, I think they did.
I don't think they won the conference, but they did beat them in the playoffs. I don't think they won the conference.
Well, also it's a little different for the.
Are we talking conference or
You're just talking
we're talking
regular
conference.
season conference championships.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess that would be equivalent to a division in any other sport.
That's why I was saying division. I was
Yeah.
saying division.
No,
at
my
that
bad.
point.
Division, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in college, it's conference.
conference, yeah.
All right.
There's,
I mean,
you'll never see a streak like that again.
Not in a Power 5. I mean, Gonzaga could run a streak, but who cares?
Not 14 years in a row.
It's hard. It's hard, but
That-
in a conference where you're that far and above your
That's
your opponents,
borderline impossible. I know it happened already,
Yeah.
but to happen again, highly improbable.
Oh yeah, no.
Because you have,
Especially-
you're talking sheer dominance.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I'm saying is the only way that it even stands a chance is in a non-Power 5. In a Power 5,
Okay.
it will not happen. It won't happen in Power 5 conference.
So
no chance.
So we all saying
Yeah, because the ACC, I mean, it's
It's in a year. Pick a team.
Big Ten,
Pick a team.
right?
Yeah. Pac-12, Big 12. Yeah, no, it's all over the place. SEC.
So
But yeah.
Well, that's really
so
Kentucky,
the Midwest. We all got North Carolina coming out there.
I don't care who we all pick. I don't care who we all pick.
I remember.
Fuck, I'm taking.
I remember North Carolina and Kentucky had a really close game. in the tournament last year.
Like I said, I don't know why, but I just think I
was
see
last year,
Kentucky
right?
getting knocked out in the first round.
Or was it 2 years ago?
It was
2
when
years
we
ago.
won.
You won that buzzer beater
Luke
against Kentucky.
motherfucking May.
Oh yeah, he said Fox and was last
Y'all
year.
had a tight.
Was this last year?
It was
2 years
2
ago.
years ago.
Luke fucking May.
Y'all had a tight run to the championship. Y'all had to hit mad buzzer beaters.
Motherfucker, we always
Almost did.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude.
that one should have been it.
Because I'm thinking of a couple buzzer beaters they had. I was at Alvarado. I was like, damn, bro. That was really close to being a really
Why you
shitty
bringing up old
season.
shit?
Hey, y'all won, though. That's all that matters.
I know where the fuck you're going with that, dude. You're going to the fucking Villanova game.
Yo, that shit
I
was
actually
bomb.
It's
wasn't
cool.
gonna go there.
At least
I wasn't gonna
at
go.
least my team's kicker knows how to make fucking field goals. Okay.
Oh my god.
Since we want to go
We're
there,
we're cross pathing.
I don't care.
Bring up old
I don't
shit.
care.
He's not even on the team anymore.
I don't fucking care.
Anyway,
Oh shit. No, but no,
just to go Oppo, I am gonna pick Kentucky.
you gonna pick Kentucky?
I'm gonna pick
Good.
Kentucky.
Double up my fucking sushi bet, okay?
Whoa.
Hey, we can talk about it.
No, I need my sushi.
Yeah, he tell you what, he don't want to mess with that. He said
He
we
don't
bet
wanna
like
put- he don't wanna put it to
$5.
risk.
My sushi, I'm gonna get mine.
Now,
You don't want to put it to risk. That's crazy. All right. Well,
I don't,
before
I'm kinda
we
hungry.
finish the South, let's get it out of the way. So me and Joe had the bet
NCAA.
on who was going to win the ACC regular season, and
We split with Virginia. But
North Carolina got to share the championship, and Duke didn't. So
You should have doubled.
bro,
You should've.
I told literally
for the conference tourney,
yes.
I would have fucking took it.
Took it. That's
Me
I
and
was
D
like,
talking about it.
I was like,
Ah,
you
yo,
should take
I'm
that
talking to D. I was like, should I text Joe and ask him double or none for the tourney?
bet. You at work though, so you probably wouldn't
It's
answer.
all right. I'll see it eventually.
Oh, it was before the game. It was before the game. I was thinking
Can you
about it all
imagine if
week.
you would have texted him like after the game? Cause you couldn't watch the game, or you were watching it.
Oh,
All right, my fault.
motherfucker.
Never mind.
I'm standing. I'm watching. Trust me.
I'm thinking you didn't have no cable
Nah,
over there. I
them
forgot.
motherfuckers had TVs, and I was up and
Up and
down
down.
He
and
was in there.
standing there. Yeah,
So-
bro. I
What's
don't
the
know what to, I don't know what to tell you. I'm standing right here watching this game, bud.
Oh,
So
my
I was
God.
like, the only reason why I didn't text him was because in my mind I was like, do I really want to buy Joe? Do I really want
Sushi
to take the
twice?
risk of paying for Joe's sushi twice? I was like, nah, it's not worth it.
So
I'll take the L.
so you gotta buy him sushi.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going for sushi next Wednesday.
Something like that. We'll
Yeah,
figure it
yeah,
out.
next
going.
Wednesday.
Yo, what, does Joe get to pick the place?
I mean, we're going right
picked-
here
yeah,
in
he
town.
picked- no, that was part of the bet.
Okay.
Winner's choice.
I'm not gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna run this fool pocket over some sushi. We can just go get the all-you-can-eat sushi and kick it. You know what I'm saying?
What a
mean-
noble guy. What a noble
In all
guy.
honesty, he knows if he did run my pockets, I was never making another bet. Coming in.
Like, yeah, bro. How much was that, Bill? Shit, Zach.
All right, fam, bet.
Little Japanese man come out the corner like, you know, come here no more.
Ate all my sushi.
You
Hey,
ain't
I-
out sushi. You know, come here.
Hey, I'll get kicked out of a sushi spot. I don't care.
I swear to God, bro.
Y'all crazy for that.
You don't
sushi.
like sushi, D? You don't
Nah.
like seafood.
No, I mess with some seafood now, but
are you
not no
kidding me?
sushi.
Shrimp? You like shrimp?
He is the pickiest eater I've ever.
I know he is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you like shrimp.
Yeah, I like shrimp.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's definitely sushi that you'd like. I promise.
100%.
You just got to find the right one. Because I don't need none of that raw shit anyway. No.
No.
Crazy.
Cook my shit.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always thought that stuff was all.
No,
raw
so
shit.
did I.
That's
I
what
was
I thought.
oblivious to it. Like, bro, I'm not eating no
That's
fucking
what
raw
I literally
fish.
thought it was
Went and
raw
got
shit.
it. That
Different
wasabi.
story. Wasabi.
Oh, you catch that Vegas roll. That's a vibe.
That volcano roll, boy.
Well, congratulations, Joe, on your bet.
Thank you.
Whatever. All right, we got one more
It
bracket.
was, it was a noble bet, though.
It
It could have went anyway.
It was.
It just
And
so happened.
honestly,
It just so
as
happened
soon
that
as-
somebody at Nike was such a North Carolina fan that they gave Zion a bogus pair of fucking shoes. Okay,
Is that what you think would happen?
shout out.
No, that's what
Yeah.
happened.
Look.
No, what happened was that
That dude is a
motherfucker too
genetic
goddamn
freak.
yeah, too goddamn strong for stitches, bro. It ripped
I'll
the
tell
fucking
you, man,
shoe.
his foot grew while he was playing. That's how I see it as. His
You know
foot
what?
grew.
When he went down, though, I will say I'm like, damn, bro. I hope he's not seriously hurt
I think
because
everybody looked at it like
because
that.
as much as I
He's a side.
don't ever want to see
Yeah.
Duke do anything,
He's a sign play to watch.
that dude is.
It's the clear number one pick in the draft.
I'm not gonna name who said this, but somebody said they'd rather have R.J. Barrett than Zion.
So I've actually been thinking about this. I'll get off topic for this one.
Good. I'm glad.
I'll
You didn't have a choice, really.
I'll get off topic.
To be completely honest with you.
To be completely honest with you, in the NBA, depends on who has the number 1 overall pick. It's really going to dictate if Zion goes number 1. Because let me tell you something: if the Suns get the number 1 pick,
They don't need Zion.
they don't draft Zion.
But
Why?
he's valuable, though. You can get Zion and
could
get
trade
that
it and
whatever
so-
you need. I don't know what they needed.
Just like that Wiggins. Remember when Wiggins was on Cavalier? They traded for Kevin Love, and
Or they could do what the Magic did, and they could trade away when they traded Chris Webber or what?
Was it the Magic?
I know this is totally off topic, but at some point we got to talk about NFL. We have to.
Is it not on the docket?
I don't know.
It can be on the docket.
We
That's
have
fine.
to.
That's fine.
But I get what you're saying. Like, but I still see.
This is my philosophy on it. Zion was gonna be great no matter where he went to college.
Exactly.
If he would have went to Ole Miss, Oregon, Villanova,
Alabama, some weird
Nevada.
some no basketball team.
He's destined for greatness.
Yeah.
Right.
RJ Barrett is also destined for greatness, but he needs the Coach K. He needs the Roy Williams. He needs the Bill Self.
Yeah.
But
he needed somebody to help him
His
grow.
godfather is freaking Steve Nash. Like, the dude's been growing up in basketball his whole life. He's been
That's
taught.
cool. Well,
but you're right, though. I'm not saying none of that.
The 6 for 17 shooting performances that he has,
That's not very Steve
It's
Nash.
not. It's not.
bro.
I mean,
you are too athletic to be playing at that level.
I think he's trying to be. I think like a Tracy McGrady, Kobe type person. Just think he's got that shot, but he's got to work on that.
You see
People
how
keep
as soon
giving
as,
them the James Harden comparison, and
Nah.
he's taking it to heart.
What?
as soon
Somebody
as
said it was-
as soon as Zion,
I've heard that a bunch.
as soon
That's
as Zion
ridiculous.
went from that game, RJ Barrett and
Should-
Cam Reddish they came out of nowhere and were just balling.
Yeah.
27 points apiece, I believe it was.
Yeah.
I understand Zion's going to take possessions, but you still have to get yours. You cannot be going 6 for 17.
No, you're right.
Yeah, no, 100%. Now you play in the flow of the offense. Now RJ got off in a few games, but
He did.
the problem is it was volume shots. That's
It
why I
was-
say that
it's
James
like-
Harden comparison comes in.
Yeah.
It's like from last year.
This is basketball. I mean NBA.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Yeah.
was shadowed behind what the fuck's his name,
in
bro?
Kentucky.
No,
No, at Duke last year.
Bagley.
Yeah.
Wendell Carter, that was his spot, but Duke landed Bagley.
Bagley.
So Bagley started naturally.
Right.
So it's kind of like you got shafted. He got shafted there.
Yeah.
Wendell Carter should have started all year.
Got lucky that he was still a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
I still rather have Bagley right now. That dude was balling right now. In the
You would
NBA.
rather have Bagley in Duke or Bagley?
I'm talking Bagley
In the
on the
NBA, you talking
Bulls
about on the
and
Bulls.
all stuff because we got Wendell Carter Jr. But
Well, yeah, I would have. Yeah.
yeah,
naturally.
but no, but he was number 3 pick in the NBA. But I get what you're saying on that. I'll take like Zion's number 1 pick, but we'll see.
I'm
what.
telling you, if
But like
I
he
can
said,
see,
like,
I can see the Phoenix Suns trading out of that pick or drafting him and holding him hostage.
or the Cavaliers. There's a lot of bad teams
Hey,
right now.
motherfucker, like a lot of these guys know, it's a business first.
Oh, 100%.
So
There's been a lot of number 1 picks traded, or then there's been a lot of number 1 picks stuck where they're at and just waited till they was ready till they got able
Right.
to leave. Bogut was a number 1 pick. Not saying like college player, but he's number 1 pick. Stood in the Bucks, left to Golden State, and won a title.
true.
You
So-
look at Markelle Fultz already been traded.
True.
Yeah,
Year
but
two.
I mean that's a whole different.
That's a situation.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah, no, that is a situation.
Like Sixers, fuck that dude bad.
I'm taking Virginia in the South though,
Yeah, let's get to that one.
because they're really. I mean, Tennessee's good.
I was
but
gonna say Tennessee.
I-
I got Tennessee coming out. Like I look, I know they slumped down a little bit.
It's
but
not that they slumped down. It's just Virginia's better. Virginia's been playing ACC competition all year long.
And Virginia's defense is going to show up when it comes.
Granted, Virginia has lost twice to Duke.
But that was the only showing where their defense slouched, and that was because Zion just you couldn't stop him.
So,
When
yeah.
Zion has it on his mind that this is an important game,
Man went 13 for 13 against us in the semifinals. You know what I'm saying? Like
that was a point to prove game. Though.
Yeah, hey,
that was a point to prove game.
So-
if you didn't think that Zion was going to ball out against North
they
Carolina,
needed-
win or lose,
you were sick. They needed that. They needed a 29 point performance from Zion.
to win by 1.
What you call it? So y'all don't think Villanova's not getting nowhere, close, to the conference finals?
You know
of the
what,
South?
dude? Honestly, they won 2 out of the last 3
So
championships.
you got
You know what I'm saying?
You can't
They
scratch
beat
them out.
us. We won, and then they just won last year.
They
They have
struggled this
struggled this year in comparison. They're not the same team. Not even close.
But they did lost a lot of key players.
DiFincenzo or
And
DiFincenzo.
They lost Dante.
That's what I'm saying. Dante DiFincenzo.
Like, it's okay.
Oh,
that,
fucking
like,
black
it's,
in the 10. Got a black first name. Now you
it's
laughing.
okay.
What kind of
Bro,
what kind of albino ginger are you, boy?
When he was balling out last year at the title
That
game,
dude shit
I was
was
looking
whack,
at him.
bro.
I was like, "Yo, is that nigga black? Is he just light? Is just really
very-
light? His name is Dante.
Is that motherfucking albino redhead?
That's why,
What
bro.
the
I
fuck?
promise you, I thought that's who he was, like albino. He was hooping like a nigga. Oh, he was hooping like a brother.
I ain't even got it up. That one might slide. I don't even fucking
He
know.
got my
This motherfucker. And you know what?
What's up?
Like I did the podcast drunk last week and I ain't even slipped like
Yo,
that.
that's the first time I slipped like that.
You
though.
said it twice, bro. If you go back and listen, he said it twice.
When I said last
Why you gotta point out the flaws? God damn it, Joe.
What was it? What was the other one?
I'm over
About a
here
minute
dead.
before.
Hey, because the first one, I'm like,
I ain't
second one, I had no choice but to laugh.
That one was strong.
Damn, that shit was funny.
Hey man, as long as it's not an ER. I don't
That
care.
was better than your comment against Las Vegas, bro. When you said that shit about the hockey
Oh, the
team.
hockey team, the freaking Vegas team. Like, boy, gonna be yeah.
Did we play that or did we let that one slide?
D, nah,
We played
I
that.
told you had to let that shit ride, bud.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, D, you are funny as hell. But I feel you though.
Yeah.
I understand they did lose a lot, but they still won 2 out of the last 3.
I mean, I look at Villanova,
They're
they'll-
the defending champions.
They'll most likely have to play Purdue and Tennessee just to get to the Elite Eight.
I can see them being in the
And
same
then us
area
to
and-
get to the,
Or then Virginia to get to the Final Four.
and then us in the Final Four,
Right.
Or
Villanova's got a
Kentucky.
lot of good.
Listen, but it's all the coach is still there, and he's a very damn good coach.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the players aren't the same quality.
It's not, but
Right. And that
like I said,
matters.
he's been to the tournament enough times to adjust himself. Probably, I'm just saying, give it up to the coach to work out something. I just think I'm not saying they're coming out of the South. I'm just saying
I was
they're
about to say,
in
you
there.
picking them to come out the South?
No. I'm saying they're there. They're in that bracket.
I'm going to split pick. I'm going Virginia or Tennessee because Tennessee could pull the upset, but Virginia's just a better team.
Yeah.
I can't go bored in this whole damn thing. Even though I did pick Michigan. And
I
picked Michigan
understand.
and
I
Kentucky.
understand it's hard to go board, but I mean these
hard not to.
these number 1 teams
Yeah, that's what
are
I'm saying.
really
They're all
fucking good.
Yeah.
Granted, they're all number 1 seeds are usually good, but I feel like Duke, Virginia, Carolina, and who's the last one?
Duke,
Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Those are all teams that have been there, can get there, and they know what to do when they're there.
They've proven in different ways that
Granted,
they're-
Virginia hasn't really
Gonzaga,
won anything.
and
Duke hasn't won
In
anything
a
since
while.
Tyus Jones and those guys, and they also had real good recruiting classes coming in.
Wait,
so.
they won with Okafor too, right?
Yeah, that was
that's
Okafor,
for-
Tyus Jones.
Yeah.
Who else was on that team? Who cares?
I'm
Tomato.
I'm looking for a team to go off the board with.
On South.
I'm taking Murray State as my sleeper. I'm calling that now. Book it.
I'm gonna go.
Just gonna send it. Roger that.
You're going Murray State as your sleeper. You're going all the way down to a 12. I guess the team that I'm going to say to look out for is going to be Kansas State in the South.
Really?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, God damn it, motherfucker. Kansas State ain't won a goddamn thing in the last 14 years.
That's true. That's true.
These motherfuckers caught a blessing in this. They
Just
caught
to
a
be
blessing
there.
to win the conference the way they did.
They did.
Because
But that can go a long way.
Because
That can go a long way
KU,
confidence-wise.
Lawrence, Kansas,
Yeah.
they run that shit.
100%.
And don't get me wrong, I fucking hate Kansas just as much as I hate Duke. But they run that shit over there.
Kansas State took it this year.
Kansas,
You gotta give them some kind of credit for this.
rewind. Kansas gave it to them. Kansas gave it to them.
I've seen a lot of situations where they give it to you and you still don't. Are you still not able to take it?
True. But, I mean, granted, you have injuries that Kansas had to go through, and then you had the ineligible, whoever the fuck it was. Not saying that that's giving it to them, but they really fucking slouched at the end of the season.
Yeah,
Big
no,
time.
I agree.
I got Marquette as my sleeper.
Marquette.
Yeah.
Bro, so what you saying,
Joe don't
bro?
got him out the first round.
So what you saying? You trying to bet Marquette versus Murray State? Because clearly you tripping.
Ooh.
Is that who they facing in the first round?
Yeah.
That's Joe's upset.
I know. Yeah. What kind of bet you want?
You tell me.
You tell me. You the one that called it.
Smack Talk, home of the bets.
I'll get back to you.
All right, get back at me with that.
Before the end of the show. Okay, so who do you have as your eventual champion? I'm not even asking Joe.
Don't even ask me.
Who do you got as your eventual champion?
Honestly,
Not Duke.
I got North Carolina, honestly. Like, straight up. That's North Carolina, NC.
You know what? To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Duke wins it just because when you have the best player in college basketball, it's really...
They want to give it to him. Yeah, I
mean,
hate to see
dude,
that. I hate to see
that putback against us to go up, that's grown man shit. Where you miss, the turnaround, you miss the shot, you grab the board, you gather, and you fucking slam that.
Listen,
that's grown man shit.
If he goes
they were trying.
If he goes into his tournament turned up,
Nasir Little was playing probably the best defense he ever played. Was right there because he knew what was at stake.
If Zion Williams goes into his tournament turned up another level and he controls it, I can see him just they just running through all that team.
As far as
just being that man.
But you know, and the fucked up thing about Duke is I could also see them losing to a team like Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
I hear you with that.
Way over their heads.
And and don't get me wrong, I could see us losing them a fucking Iona.
There's been a lot of heavy. There's been a lot of heavy.
I got a problem because I've been talking a lot of fucking shit.
You know what? This is kind of repeating thing with college teams that's overloaded with star players. Mm-hmm. Who was it? Kentucky when they had Boogie Cousins and John Wall and Bledsoe.
Anthony Davis, wasn't he on that team or no?
Not Anthony.
No, Anthony Davis' team won.
That's
the only Kentucky team that won.
That's right.
They got knocked out. The Vegas boys with Johnson. Way back in the day, they were loaded with a bunch of stars.
UNLV.
Yeah.
They lost, and there's somebody else I'm forgetting who else. They were loaded with a whole bunch of stars.
Michigan.
Who were? Oh,
time out. Wait, coach, I had the reverse. Let me get my draw four back, coach.
It just goes to show you something always goes wrong, whether they make it all the way or they get bounced out for some reason.
I think with like the truly special talents, though, they pull it
comes down to coaching at that point.
Yeah, you got Anthony Davis, Carmelo.
I feel like. Yeah.
No,
Melo
won it. Melo won.
He was a boss.
He was that
man.
Okay.
But but that's now a loaded team. Like,
no, it wasn't.
Syracuse wasn't loaded. Anthony Davis. Who else was on Anthony Davis? Was Michael Carter? I'm not Michael Carter.
Kid Gilchrist.
Anthony Davis was on the team. It doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, but like
he was
Zion
a point guard with a center's body.
It's Zion's with R.J. Barrett and
Fear the brow, bro. Fuck fear the beard.
Man, listen, the man is by far crazy to me. Or like when Cat was there, they lost to who was it, Louisville or Wisconsin? Not Wisconsin.
I don't think. See, and this is more so on Cat. I've been thinking this and borderline saying this for a handful of years. Karl Anthony Towns is soft.
He's soft. He's softer than the Charmin he wipes his ass with.
He's soft, but the dude can hoop. He got moves. Man.
I don't want to play defense against him.
Right. I'm not going to defend him.
Like, yeah,
but
bro.
Like, I say it like this. I say it like
got
this.
A lot growing
when he hits. When
do you grow up? How long you been in the league now?
He's on 2 years or 3 years. He's been in the league 3 years. He's been in the league 3 years.
I believe you.
But that's what I'm saying. He still has time to grow. He's barely even in his prime yet. And he's already averaging like 25 points a game. The man has never missed a game. He just missed his first game for the first time, all because he got into a car accident and they just wanted to be safe. And then they asked him that, hey, you should sit out. And he said, nah, I'm gonna play. So you can say that he's soft, but he ain't no like slouch. Like
he's no bitch.
He gonna go play. He gonna show up.
This is his fourth year in the NBA. But I don't say he's not talented, but I say when he hits adversity, he doesn't handle it well. That's what I mean by soft.
Well, in that tournament, he was the only one.
That's like
hooping.
right now with Giannis. He's balling right now, number 1 seed.
So
you better
bring
that shit in the East. Giannis.
I am holding my opinion on Giannis until the playoffs.
I agree with you.
What you got that he's not?
I like Giannis. Giannis is my second favorite.
I
want Giannis to take.
I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying
that. No, I just want to make sure.
because I bet on Giannis last year. Joe, remember I bet on Giannis.
I want Giannis to take over the East like LeBron did.
Oh yeah, I would like to see
Giannis, but should.
last year, bro, when it came down to it, when it came down to fight or flight, he wasn't there, bro.
Nah. Well, I mean, the game slows down. He doesn't have a shot.
Yo, speaking of.
So, but the kid, his story is remarkable. I think this year he's going to take a step up because did y'all see that game with the Bucks and
when he dropped like 50?
He was knocking down shots. He was doing what Ben Simmons doesn't do. He was taking shots even though he shouldn't be taking
but
it.
now
they lost that game.
But now
They did, but
now you got to string them together now
well,
in the playoffs.
they just lost one of their best defenders, Brogdon, Brogdon, and rookie of the year, the guy. They had to adjust. It looked like what the team did was everybody else, defend them, let Giannis do wherever he wants. That's what they pretty much did.
That was the formula for LeBron before he got to Miami.
And what I'm saying is they're going to have to really adjust now because they got to find ways to get his team involved and stuff. They just literally
That's why they
Giannis,
surrounded him with all those shooters.
Like
That's why they surrounded him with all those shooters.
Yeah,
but
they went through LeBron way.
But Giannis is probably top 3, top 4 in the NBA.
He's in the top 3. I would argue if he was the top 2. If Anthony Davis wasn't in such a having this kind of year.
Anthony Davis with limited minutes is still averaging like 25.
No, he's still doing his shit, but it's just when your team's not making the playoff, it don't mean anything.
So yeah, I want Giannis to succeed and I want him to run the East, but I'm not going to stand for you yet. I'm holding my opinion on him.
It's the same thing with the Raptors. Show me.
Oh, the Raptors, I'm 100%.
Show
you
me.
gotta show me.
I don't give a fuck.
Even though I trust
y'all
them.
could have went 74-8. Okay,
still get
show
bounced
me.
out in the first round.
Show me. Because y'all motherfuckers
Got
really,
sweat.
really fucking choking in the playoffs.
Sweat.
There's 2 things that's going for them now. LeBron is not in the East, and Kawhi is there.
Yeah, but didn't they just lose Lowry for a few games? Or a couple
Yeah,
games?
but he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine for the playoffs.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard does not give a
I can't even do his laugh, bro.
Like
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
That was kind of good.
that was good,
bro.
right? Yo, the guy,
so bad.
he don't give a shit. Like, he just don't care about Toronto. That dude is ready for the season to be over.
No, actually, he's changed his tune a little
The
bit.
hell he did, bro.
Yeah, he said Toronto's a nice place. I love it here.
Guaranteed with an ED, capital ED at the end, that man is gone. Like, he is bad. As soon as they lose the game for the season over,
Jersey off.
I'm out. I appreciate y'all.
So, speaking of Toronto, what do you guys think of the new athletic center? Did you see it, Joe?
Oh, the OVO.
The what?
The OVO Athletic Center.
As long as Drake's supporting, y'all ain't winning shit, okay?
What did I tell you?
Boy, they're about to lose.
I
on.
said, look, nice as shit. They ain't never winning nothing.
Nah.
Drake, if you hear this, don't ever put on a Tar Heels shirt. Don't ever put on a New Orleans Saints shirt. Don't ever put on a Chicago Cubs shirt.
Supposedly it broke. He went to some soccer team. I can't remember what it was. And
He can go ahead and wear a White Sox shirt.
He had to lead it.
Go ahead.
He had to lead a country.
Speaking of.
He had to lead a country to break the curse.
Speaking of. Did you see what they signed him in? I'll wait till
This
we get
nigga,
to
this
baseball.
nigga.
I'll wait till we get
There
to
we go.
baseball.
Yeah,
'Cause
there's the OVO Center. Look dope as shit.
Does.
Ain't gonna win. Ain't gonna win a goddamn thing.
So real quick to wrap up college though. So,
UNC.
UNC.
NCAA.
I got Marquette.
I'm going with.
You got Marquette to win it?
No, not to win.
Oh,
NC,
you're going.
NC. I'm talking about because that's the last thing we was talking about.
you're talking about-
we were talking about. We were saying champion.
Championship. All right,
Yeah.
Like I said, North Carolina.
North
You
Carolina.
didn't pick yet.
Yeah, I didn't pick. I was well, I was gonna say Duke, and I was gonna say that they have to win.
Smell like Dookie.
Yeah.
They absolutely have to win, and
Smell like a
this has
big
nothing to do. This
pile
has
of
nothing
Dookie.
to do with my bet. This has anything to do with me like
They
looking at Zion.
have to win.
They got
Because if you're gonna
Probably the best thing that happened to them was Zion getting hurt.
if you're gonna go 5 straight years to #1 recruiting class, not win a ring, you got a problem.
You got to change how you do it then. If you're
But
not
see,
winning
that's
that
the
way.
thing. Duke never used to be
Yeah,
the one and
they were
done.
still good.
They started with Kyrie. That was
And
when it began.
Carolina will never be a one and done school. You see these players coming back for their junior and senior year because
They want to put
Luke May. That's what you do.
But you think
Joe Barry came back. Marcus Page came back.
What you
Bryce
call it?
Johnson came back. Cam Johnson came back.
So you think Kobe's gone?
Kobe White?
Yeah.
I don't. I think he's gonna stay. I
think
think
he's
Nazir
gonna stay?
Little's gonna go, but I think Kobe White's gonna stay.
All right. All right. So
Okay. So Joe clearly has a bunch of topics that he really feels passionate about.
On the MLB side.
What you want to go into?
I will let you dictate which way we go.
I want to talk about this Eloy Jimenez signing. Did you see that shit?
Oh, yeah.
I
did.
Bro,
Yeah.
I love talking shit about the White Sox.
I meant to send that to you because I thought it was wild.
I wish your boy was here, the White Sox fan, Brian.
Oh, my boy Brian?
Yeah.
I actually haven't talked to him about it.
Because
I want to know what he thinks.
So who
the Cubs, okay.
I'll let you set it up, Joe.
The Cubs, right?
Yeah.
Who was the only player to get an extension so far?
On the Cubs?
KB got the $1 million little you did.
It's
not really
minor.
an extension, but he was the only one to get more money than his minor league contract.
Right.
Why did he get that?
MVP.
What else?
Rookie of the Year. World Series champion.
What the fuck has Eloy Jimenez done in the MLB?
So
He was borderline ready. He's barely even ready to come up.
he hasn't played a major league
And you just
game
paid
yet.
him $43 million.
Wasn't he in the AA or
He's in AAA.
The point is that they gave him a long-term deal like he's an all-star.
Like,
and
he
he
already-
hasn't
like-
had an at-bat at the major league level yet.
Because you see what just happened to Addie Russ.
Oh yeah,
You see what's kind of not really happening to Schwarber, but you can kind of see where it's like, what are you gonna be?
You know what it is, though. You know why this happened.
It's not a Javi. It's not a KB.
I'll tell you why. It's reaction to all these mega deals that's happened this summer.
Yeah, pretty much.
This motherfucker ain't even close to even sniffing one of their bracket.
I agree with you, but it's if he does, we've got him locked. We've got him locked for all the important years. I
His
agree
developmental
with you.
years?
I agree with you.
You already signed a contract. You already traded who you traded for, and you had him under contract.
100%.
You leave
5
him
years
there.
control.
You get whatever you can get out of him. You get the 30 home runs. You get the good right field arm. You get all that while paying him $600,000 a year.
That's why it's structured the way it is.
Yeah.
It's structured that way so that you can have these minimal rookie contracts, so you can go pay the big time play. You can go pay a pitcher, so you can go pay to that extra
Not
piece.
going to the south side.
But you don't play your prospect that hasn't come up yet and had a single at bat.
Imagine us doing that to Addie Russ. How dumb we'd be looking right now.
I think we would have looked dumb if we did it with Chris Bryant before he came up. Now,
Yeah.
hindsight is a mug, but I think we would have looked.
Baseball, man. You see what
Anything can
happened,
happen.
right?
Prospects. A prospect that hasn't played, you don't know what's going to happen.
Hey, is this did this prospect used to be on the Cubs?
We got
And then we
Quintana
traded him a while ago,
We
right?
got Quintana.
Is he the same dude that hit the home run that
and broke the lights.
light?
Yes.
Damn. Oh, okay.
Big bat.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
facts. Don't get me wrong, but you're talking. You ain't.
And I
It's
like,
not-
and I
it's
like
not
him.
that.
And I like him. I think he's going to pan out. But this is stupid.
Before them signing him, I want to see. I still want to see him do great things.
Yeah.
But I also, in the back of my head, want to say, look, you guys fucked up again.
So you kind of want to see him just play like
I don't, because I don't want to wish bad on him.
Right,
You know
right,
what
right.
I'm saying?
I
I
get what
want
you're
to
saying.
see him have
It's
a
a
prosperous career.
Yeah, it's a
But
situation
I also
where
don't
I'm
want
gonna-
to see the White Sox
You
do
can't get
anything
off,
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
can just disintegrate into the South Side and be where it is. You know what I'm
stay
saying?
in the dark.
Right. Stay on 35th. You know? Run along now.
No one ever goes there.
We got it's a one baseball city, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, since we're
Food's
talking
good
about
as hell in there. I'm just saying.
since we're talking about money, this Mike Trout.
Yo, all right. This is what I really had him.
98K. It's like 122 G's a game.
I got it right here.
Yeah, what is it?
98 a day or something like that.
It's so his deal in its entirety is 12 years.
$70 a minute. Is that what it says?
I'll be damned if I can pay $70 huh? That's like that Hulu commercial. Give me money. Just throwing shit.
$70 a minute,
So,
bud.
I'm wearing fucking diamonds.
So the entirety of his deal
I'm
is
walking around naked. Fuck you talking about, dude?
I'm in my birthday
I
suit.
just made $70 a minute. Fuck you talking about?
let me get this off.
I'm getting my contract tatted right on my arm.
$4,200 some dollars an hour. What you talking about, dude?
12 years, $430 million.
Folks damn near $500 million, bro.
$500 million.
You talking about some shit that Jay-Z worked his whole life to get.
Like who gets that kind of money? Like what
Baseball player.
No,
No, Mike Trout. That's it.
I
No,
seen
no,
this
no.
meme, bro. It said it said, "Hey mom, I'm ready for football practice." She said, you better go get that bat and glove. You playing
Or Zach,
baseball."
tell your story.
Okay,
Hey,
I
Zach
tell you
got a story
because
too.
I texted him this last. I texted him this last
yeah,
night.
It said,
I'm
pulling.
"Get that bat and glove. You playing baseball."
I get off work and I'm coming home and I pull into my neighborhood. Joe, you driven through my neighborhood enough times, you know there are no kids that play outside in this neighborhood
They're all playing baseball.
ever.
All playing baseball.
There's his dad outside playing catch with his son.
I don't blame the motherfucker.
Hey, son, get your gloves.
Straight up.
Get the ball. We
Straight
outside.
I looked at him. I
All
looked at him.
day,
I
all
nodded.
day.
I nodded. I was like, I know. I know.
I bet Pee Wee's about to. They gonna run. Hey, we ain't got no room.
$430 million.
Okay.
Fucking.
Speaking
dollars.
of, I already told Brian because Brian, a lifer in baseball. I told him, like, look, when I have a kid, you're Pee Wee until it's time to get a professional coach.
How much does Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi and them get paid? I know soccer players get paid. So is he up there with
It's
them?
different.
Or is it,
It's different
Because you're getting a transfer fee. You're not. It's different.
it's
in
a
soccer.
different set
It's a
of money.
lot to explain. I know it, but
folks
it's
just getting baseball money.
I
That's all you-
understand that. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah,
it's
they
half
got
a
money.
bit.
He getting baseball
is
money.
one day a player going to get paid like
$500 million.
something like that?
I would have said no until I saw this deal. When I saw this deal, you can't tell me in the next 10 years someone's not going to get $500 million.
They're gonna have to do if it's baseball. They're gonna have to do.
And I'm afraid of who it could be.
Who do you think it's gonna be?
So there, Mike Trout, Manny Machado,
Okay,
and Bryce Harper have something in common when it comes to these contracts.
They're all done at the same time.
Their agent,
They all got the same
Boris.
agent.
Scott Boras.
KB.
He just thought about it. He just thought of it right now.
And
I heard
and what did you
Hey,
say
look,
earlier?
what did
What
you
does
have?
KB have over all of them?
What does he have?
Motherfucking rings, dude.
MVP,
Okay.
ring, Rookie of the Year.
2016 NL MVP, 2016 World Series champion.
And
Okay?
Now,
Let's
all
point
these
out
guys
all
have
of them.
MVPs, but Chris Bryant has
A World Series.
the
fucking
World
ring.
Series.
But he also has to fucking bounce back this year.
Yeah,
He does. He absolutely does.
Yeah,
So it ain't
But-
talking unless you hit.
I
But let
think
me
he
tell you
knows that
something. But Bryce Harper got that deal with what we have already talked about is I don't think that he's had a stellar career as far as what his expectation is and what that contract is.
No, but see, the thing is, if it was 10 years, $330 million, that means he's getting 33 a year. What's he getting now at 12 years?
36, 37. I did the math already, but we could do it again.
What you call it? I was saying to him at one point, Mike Trout could
27. It's 27. It's going to be less.
430. Did you do
No,
400?
Bryce. I'm talking
Bryce?
about Bryce.
Oh, yeah, Bryce, yeah.
And what did I say? I said about 22 to 25, you'll pay him. So he got a couple more than I said he's worth.
Yeah. Trout's getting just under 36.
That's like, bro, can I just get 10 G's of that, bro?
Like, you can write me a check. It won't even look like nothing to you.
It'll look like
a penny.
$6 out my account. You know what I'm saying?
You won't even notice it.
Like, bro, you know how? Just give me the 10 G's.
Like-
You're getting $70 a minute.
Now, and I'll tell
Let
you.
me get. Just, can I borrow an hour of
wait,
your
wait.
time?
All right, so I want to do the breakdown. So per month, per playing month, he's going to make $3 million. Per at bat, $60,000.
Just to walk up to the
What
plate.
I make in a year, folks making it an at bat.
Keep going.
Per inning, $25,000. Per hour, this was the one that really killed me. Per hour, Joe, $4,000.
4G.
It's actually 4,200, ain't it?
So he could be sleeping and still be making
60
money.
minutes times 70 would be 4.
Wait, every hour you set your alarm clock. Another $4,000.
$4,000. They have a bell inside your house.
Like, bro,
Oh, just made another $4,000.
How the fuck would that not make you happy?
Oh, bro.
Money can't buy happiness. Boom,
Bullshit.
it can buy a motherfucking boat. That gonna make me happy, okay? It gonna buy me a big ass house. That gonna make me happy.
Like, what? I would really like to ask him, what did you do when you signed that contract? What's the first thing you did? Like,
You know what?
it's
Mike
just-
Trout probably did some lame ass shit like go back to Subway.
like,
as much as I want to say it, I don't think it's appropriate for the show.
I
But
don't-
that's what the fuck I would do after I got a contract like that, okay?
I'll tell you one thing. You gotta be humble, man, because that's a lot of fucking money to do.
If of
He
all,
is humble.
He's the one.
That's why he signed that contract.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why he
Stay
signed
with
that
the
deal.
Angels, like, you know.
Pull up the Barry Bonds thing. stat
I saw
comparison.
That. I saw that. He has same amount of MVPs, but his batting average is like way over.
Right?
Like
It's because Barry Bonds ain't get introduced to that needle until a little while later.
Okay.
So here's the other thing. So at
7 years in.
7 years into their career, Barry Bonds' batting average was 275. Mike Trout's is 310.
That's ridiculous.
NCAA.
And how old is he right now? 20.
20.
Is he 24?
No, he's 27.
27?
He's 27.
Okay, sorry.
27, 17.
Barry Bonds' OPS was 883. Mike Trout is 1,000.
Even.
That's not even. Never mind.
100.
Home runs. Barry Bonds was at 176. This is the home run king. He was at
Yeah.
176 home runs after 7 seasons. Mike Trout is at 235. He's got a solid 60 on him.
Mm-hmm. And add 6 silver sluggers, too.
All-Star games, Mike Trout's got him by 5. And MVPs, they both got 2.
You know, to be honest, I didn't even know Barry Bonds was like that. Like, I didn't really pay attention to Barry Bonds until he went to San Francisco.
Barry Bonds had a Hall of Fame career before steroids. And this is what makes a lot of people upset about it.
Because it's like you didn't need it.
You didn't need to do it. You were probably going to finish with 700 home runs regardless. You were going to walk into the Hall of Fame. And then
then your head got big.
Right. Then your head doubled in size.
Looked like a muck dog.
And you hit 80 home runs.
And something is up.
Yeah, he's about to be 28.
Who, Trout?
Like around the start of the season, he'll turn 28.
No, towards the end of the season.
Towards the end? Okay.
August 7th. So he'll be.
Oh,
And I was telling Zach this. At
What are you
one
telling
point,
Zach?
he's gonna hit like strike a lightning in the bottle. He's gonna win a World Series probably within 12 years. Within 12 years,
In
anything
baseball,
can happen in 12 years.
In baseball,
My guy, we
Yeah.
went 108 before we won, okay?
That's very true.
and the Angels are not a team that I really look at and say they'll
What
figure it
do they
out.
have?
Like I said, it's 12 years.
I
down the
understand
line.
they got this Oshani guy, so I mean, that's decent for him. But realistically, man,
And I mean, how much more money do you have now? Because you're still paying Albert Pujols $30 million a year.
Yeah, I still don't understand why he's still on that team.
Would you retire?
I mean,
motherfucking hell, no, not if I'm making $30 million.
I
They
mean, no,
can't
I'm just
pay
saying.
you.
I'm just saying, like,
I don't give a
I don't know
fuck
why they
what
like
my
gave
stats
him
look
that
like.
at that time. It's like
Because he was Albert Pujols. He was the machine. He had consistently flirted with a triple crown. He was consistently he was consistently a 300 batting average, 30 plus home runs, 100 plus RBIs.
That's when I
every
fucking hated
single
him.
season.
I mean, he was for the Cardinals.
Sticking up your
Every-
pool holes.
The Cardinals said we weren't going to give you that money. The Anaheim said, "Come on,"
Yeah.
and he hasn't had. He's had 1 or 2 decent seasons.
That motherfucker got paid and yawned like, it's over.
I'm a walking Hall of Famer.
And the Angels, and because of how baseball is, they're stuck.
Yeah, with him.
Yeah.
How
So
many
basically,
years-
what you're saying, if the team has money, you should spend it, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's what
That's what I feel like it should be. If you have the money, spend that
Spend
shit.
it wisely.
Like
that contract is not
like the
wise.
Sox.
like on a bullpen that we don't have.
Get in your shit, Joe.
You know what I'm saying?
Get it
off
I
your
don't
chest.
want to get into it right now. I'm just saying, like,
Get it
if
off
you,
your chest.
if you have the money,
Get it off your
spend the
chest.
shit because it's not the players are just gonna keep getting older, and it's gonna be another season gone. Pay them.
They're in the business of making money. As much as you hate to hear this, the owners are in the business of making money.
Oh,
So they put a cap on how much the GMs and the front offices can spend. Because I can almost guarantee you, in the situation that you're talking about specifically, they wouldn't mind spending the money, but the Ricketts family has said, we have a budget.
What the hell is going on here?
Damn, what
They
the
showed-
fuck is he on?
Hold on, man. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you got really good.
You're not going to call that tech? Oh, yeah. No, you knew the reference.
Man, what the hell? You telling me you can hold back Joel Embiid? You know you can't hold no Joel Embiid back.
Oh, you smiling? Oh, you about to get thrown out the game.
You get thrown out, you get attacked.
Is Marcus Smart dirty?
Yes.
That was quick.
He's
Folks,
probably
Vontez perfect dirty.
yeah, he got
Oh, yeah, he got ejected.
Yeah.
All right. That was... I mean...
He just threw the Crips up, didn't he, bro?
I don't give a F. That's
That
what
was
he
like
just
that
did.
college player, bro. Just boom.
Just boom. Just, what up? I'm from the hood. I play for some NC. That's
I'm
crazy.
so glad we caught that.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm so glad that we caught that.
So
But
the money.
I understand what you're saying. I get it, but when it's a clear-cut issue that the Cubs bullpen is not what it needs to be, you don't try to fix it at all. You trust the young arms. You trust what you have. Yu Darvish just sat out the other day because the fucking guy had a blister. When I seen that notification, I was about fucking done, dude. I said, this motherfucker again? What's next? The ingrown fucking hair on his chest and he can't pitch? Bro,
man,
come on,
What
man.
about somebody having a stroke, right?
How much money is he making?
More than all of
Put a
us in my life.
fucking Band-Aid on it like we do and take your ass to work. Am I right or am I wrong?
What?
The difference is that we have to. We have to, or the bills don't get paid.
That's crazy, man.
He's got 100% guarantee.
Hey,
contract.
you got that you had right here, Joe Cubs rant. It's happening right now.
I'm telling him, just go ahead and get your shit,
But
man.
I'm saying though, bro, in the same sense, am I wrong that I'm mad because we didn't sign a bullpen?
Wait, hold on. Before you even get into this,
Yo.
he just said, I got something I want to get off my chest.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what
Oh,
it was.
man, I did not know that. I didn't even see that other thing. I was like, what was we talking about? Joe's rant. Oh, here it is. Yo, but what happened to Stroke? I saw something also with him. Like, he got
I had a conversation with X person at work, okay?
right.
And it was about Pedro Strop. Man, I hate Pedro Strop. Straighten up the fucking hat. Do this and do that. I said, I don't give a fuck.
What the fuck he does?
The guy
with
can
that?
come out with a fucking pink hair and green fucking fingernails. The man gets the shit done. It just so happens that when you are sitting down and watching a game, Pedro Strop fucking blows it.
It just so happens that every time that I decide to sit down
You know
and
what
watch
I'm saying?
Pedro
I
Strop-
shit you not. When me and Justin are watching the game together, Pedro Strop will come in and blow it, and Justin goes, "See, I told you." And it's like, no, bitch, look at his fucking numbers.
Right, it's
He's
like-
one of our best relief pitchers that
is.
we've ever had.
He is. But like you said, it's whenever I see him.
It's just-
I
he's
sh-
not- he's
I'll
not
see it.
proving
and
everybody
dude
wrong.
that I was talking to, he said the same thing. I said, it's just a matter of, dude, when you watch it, dude.
It's them 3:00 games, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you watch Pedro Strop, it's like, okay, maybe he'll do decent, and he'll fuck the shit up.
I'll turn. When he's coming out, I'll just turn. It's like
I just feel like if the Cubs had a chance at Craig Kimbrell, they should have took it.
there's a couple chances that they should have took. Not just bullpen, but like starters. I
To be
listened
honest,
to
dude-
Theo do an interview last week, and basically what he said, and you take this however you want to, is that we are expecting improvement from within. We're expecting all
Good,
of our
because I
guys.
hope Quintana. Well, what does Cap say about Quintana? It's a Buick or a Cadillac, or what does he say about him?
something.
I hope this motherfucker coming out like a goddamn Maserati, okay? Because he got a lot of shit to fucking make up for.
he does.
Granted, and I know I'm going on a rant. I could never do what these guys do. Tip my hat to them. But in the same sense, you're getting paid big fucking dollars to come to work. Come to work and perform.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of the guys on that team, they have experienced the highest of the highs. And
lowest of the lows right away.
well, last year was the lowest of the lows.
Addison Russ, KB.
The
Ian Happ had an off year.
the only person that really knows like the dog days
Rizzo.
is Rizzo.
Because Castro
From the
gone.
beginning.
Right. And you look at Rizzo's numbers, yeah, he had a down, like visibly he had a down year.
At the end of the year, Rizzo is consistent.
30 and 100.
30 and 100.
I don't know how the hell he did it
I
last
don't give
year.
a fuck if
Yeah,
he
I
went.
was saying,
I
how
don't
did you do
care
that
if he
last
went
year,
3 months with 1 RBI and 3 home runs. He gonna finish with 30 and 100.
What?
He did it. He did it. And I said all
I
year.
swear I-
Yes,
all
bro.
I see it.
all
Yes.
last year. All last year I said at the end of the season he will finish with his numbers. And somehow he fucking did it.
And that's okay. I feel like it was coaching is the reason why we lost to the Rockies. And I keep saying it.
You think it was coaching? I think
You're telling me
I-
Hayward should have been up to bat, not Schwarber? Me and you already talked about this, bro. It should have been Schwarber at bat instead of fucking pop out to second Hayward. Okay?
I almost broke my phone in that moment. I know.
I was watching that too.
I almost broke my phone.
Folks, this dude pop up to second more than anybody I've ever seen in my fucking life, bro.
Yo, you can when he did it in that game, you can hear him shout.
The second baseman could damn near just sit down, bro, and it'll just fall in his lap.
Not even look at him, just wait to see the ball.
Oh, Hayward's up. Let me get ready. I'm the second baseman,
He was getting ready for tea time.
bro. I know.
I do blame. And this is where it gets sticky. This is where the Madden haters really get loud, because
Look, dude. If first of all, if you're a Cubs fan and you're a Madden hater, you're a walking contradiction. Because this man just brought us 4 straight 90-win seasons,
95.
and a fucking World Series.
you
Be
can't-
fucking grateful,
Right.
because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have fucking seen one.
No.
And either would I.
Yeah.
That being said, he is not exempt from criticism at all.
Nobody is. All the way up to the owner. And all the way down to the grounds crew.
I think that the players had to look at themselves and say, we did not get the job done. Wilson Contreras did not have a good season at all.
Yeah,
they were literally just talking about him being in Yadier Molina's bracket, and then he comes out and does that.
And you got to shut that talk up now.
You can't discredit his arm because it's there. He will throw you the fuck out. If he's throwing that bitch to Javier second, Javier's going to put the fucking tag down, okay?
But we were making those comparisons because his bat was
fire
towards the end of the year last year. Or the year before,
like Dylon, spit hot fire.
Like he was in pace to honestly, he could have been the MVP.
Who? Willie C?
Yeah.
No.
He wasn't there. Not even close.
I mean, coming up, like, cause who's the guy from San Francisco? The
Buster Posey.
He ain't at that level.
He was never
not
Buster
Posey was
coming up that way. That's what I'm saying.
He needs to come with it this year.
Right.
A lot of the guys do, to be honest with you.
Right.
Almora.
So the
Schwarber,
last place, last place prediction. Do I want it to happen? No.
Yeah.
Can I see it happening?
I see a much better chance.
Whatever you want to take this as, okay?
I see a much better chance of them finishing first than last.
Cincinnati ain't better than us.
And neither is Pittsburgh.
And neither is Pittsburgh. Brewers, it's all around Christian Yelich.
Yeah.
If folks have another good year like he did, so be it. And the Cardinals, you don't know what that's going to be.
Yeah, I want to see what that looks like.
I hope it's not what I think it's going to look like.
I've already got my bets out for that.
Of course you do.
You know me.
Of course you do.
You know me.
Can't go a day without gambling, fucking degenerate.
That being said, I went my entire time in Vegas without gambling.
Duke plays North Dakota State.
There was a lot of stuff going on.
Bro, didn't I tell you to go to the roulette table?
There's a lot of stuff going on.
You didn't walk by a roulette table.
I definitely walked by a roulette table. There's plenty of stuff going on. It was a lot. It was hard to explain.
Oh, you talking about Vegas when you went to Vegas?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, anything else on your Cubs rant? Who else you got? Who else you want to blame? It's a blame train.
It's not a blame train. It's my concerns as a Cubs fan. It's my concerns,
for
man.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Who gonna take Russell's spot while he's suspended for the first time?
Hap, Zobrist, either of them. It's probably gonna be a big fucking rotation pool like it fucking always is. God forbid we have some fucking consistency in this bitch.
No, I forgot.
God forbid we find a fucking leadoff man too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ashamed to say this. I completely forgot Ben Zobrist is even on this team.
Oh damn, he is. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Is he really?
I don't remember him
Damn
doing.
near the reason we won the fucking World Series. You
of
forget.
What do you mean, damn near? He was the
MVP.
MVP. I don't remember him doing anything significant.
It seemed like he was
last
doing
season
his
in the
thing.
back half of last season at all.
Getting old, man.
He is getting old.
What were his stats last year?
Still got his mouth wide open at the plate.
Still
Ben
got that beard.
Zobrist and his fucking.
This is wine.
Who? Wait.
I mean,
Out of these three,
he
who's
batted
got-
305, only 60 RBIs, 9 home
How many?
runs,
I was about to say how many at bats because he didn't have a lot of at bats.
455.
Who has the weirder stance in the box on the team?
Weirder. Is that even a fucking word, dude?
I think it is.
Yeah, weirder is definitely
Sure.
weird.
It's not more weird.
I think it is just weird.
Weirdest, is that a word?
I think
I think it's more weird. Who's more weird? Tomato.
Are we really doing this?
We'll get
Okay. Anyway,
We're in
so
2019.
whose stands do you look at more like? What the fuck? How about that? Ben Zobrist,
Craig Counsell.
Jason Hayward, or Anthony Rizzo?
Craig Counsell, bro. What the fuck you doing up here, man? You fucking ball come right here.
That's not a swing.
What the fuck you doing? The ball ain't up there, boy.
And if it is, why are you swinging?
This ain't no tennis rack.
Rizzo can pretty much do whatever the fuck he wants at the plate. Okay.
He can get as close as he wants.
Air humping. He out there air humping.
Javi, just stop swinging that shit in the dirt because that's what they're trying to do.
He gonna twist an ankle one day. And I'm gonna be real mad. He gonna twist an ankle bad.
I still say this. There's nothing worse than bases loaded, Javi.
He makes you sweat. Like
No, he don't make me sweat. He made me want to walk away from the TV. Bases loaded, Javi. Guess what? All 4 of them pitches are gonna be in the dirt. He might not one of them foul.
You ain't lying.
At the end of the day, though, we need him. Okay, Mitchell.
It's the Knicks.
I don't care.
It's the Knicks.
But I'm saying he's been dunking all year.
It's the Knicks.
He got the Utah Jazz in the 6. I think either in the 5 or 6.
All right. Anything else that we want to get baseball related? Because I do want to talk some NBA.
No.
And there is some Western Conference NBA I want to talk.
Nope. No more baseball for me.
No more baseball for you?
Okay.
No Cubs rants?
So I was watching.
No, you weren't.
I don't remember what game I was watching the other night, but they showed the standings in the Western Conference, and
it keeps bouncing up and down. The Spurs are number 5 now. They jumped from 8 to 5
that
quick.
was the first thing. The second thing was OKC has fallen from 3 to 6.
Really?
Quick, yeah.
Number 6.
There's a lot of movement going on now.
I didn't know.
Yeah, because from the 3 seed to the 8 seed, it's a fucking 3-game difference.
Tight like that, huh?
Tight like a tiger.
Thought like a tiger.
So you're gonna have like last year where you don't know what the
fuck
hell's
you're gonna
happen.
play, and it matters.
Uh-huh.
I like Utah though. I'm glad they're doing their thing.
Where they right now?
7. I'm glad they're doing their thing.
Doing the 7?
And I'm definitely fucking glad I don't got to see LeBron James in the fucking playoffs this year.
LeBron James.
Told you ain't want that smoke in the West, dude.
Nope.
I don't know why the fuck you thought you wanted it.
Is that gonna take away from
His legacy? No.
No, not the legacy, but just the enjoyment of watching the playoffs.
I think Kobe said it best with what Kobe just said.
Win the championship.
Seasons like this make the championships mean a lot more.
That's true.
Yeah,
like you don't make
agree.
it to the playoffs or at all. Like,
But
that makes
on
me
the
think
flip
the pressure
side,
is harder.
34-year-old Kobe and 34-year-old Mike
Two different.
are making the playoffs. Didn't Kobe make the playoffs?
At 34, I mean,
Did Mike win his last title as 34?
And a scoring title.
Oh,
the back half of Kobe's
Fuck you talking
career.
about?
The back half of Kobe's career is so up and down.
Yeah, because you had the Achilles and then he came back. I get it, but I'm almost positive that he rallied him back.
He made
And I'm not trying to discredit LeBron. It's just, bro, what more do you want? Do you? I mean, I get Brandon Ingram's out now. I understand that.
Towards the end too.
I understand that, but you still got a good fucking team.
Yeah. No. He listen. If he didn't get injured, they probably would have made the playoff. If he didn't get injured during Christmas, I guarantee you they probably would have been in the playoff.
Yeah, he did miss significant time.
I still put kind of a blame on him because when he came back, they weren't out of it completely, and they just donut. Straight up, just kept losing games. It's not what you're supposed to do as a leader. You're supposed to win a lot of.
I just know
games.
those real Laker fans. They don't want LeBron no more.
There's a lot.
They
of people
didn't want him
saying
in the beginning,
right? They didn't care for him because they knew that he wasn't coming here to help them.
They knew he wasn't there for basketball.
Exactly.
At least not in the first year.
That's why we're not accepting you like that. So is it wrong to say like, do you expect the title from over there from him?
I'll say this. I think LeBron forgot what losing felt like. I don't think he likes it.
He's gonna take it this summer. Listen,
Bro,
that sounds cliche.
you ain't turning into one of those second place means you win people, are you? Because folks has been losing, bro.
To this degree.
Okay,
To where
I got you.
I mean, getting to the finals and losing that does suck. But not even
not making 500. I get you.
You're not playing meaningful basketball in March.
Don't turn on me like that.
No. He's not playing meaningful basketball in March. Oh no, 100%.
what was I about to say? This summer he's gonna regenerate. This is the first time he hasn't played in the playoffs.
13 years.
He's going next year. He might come out, balling fresh. Fresh.
I'm
legs.
saying though, what more do you want him to do? 27 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. What the fuck else does he need to do?
I'm just saying, he might this year
be a fucking leader. That's what he needs to do. Be a Mike. Be a Kobe. Hold them fucking accountable instead of sitting on the end of the bench like a fucking crybaby.
That I took it. The first time he did that was messed up.
He did it again with JR last year.
He did it the other night.
The recent one he did.
Get the fuck over yourself, dude. It's a team effort.
It is a team effort. I give you that. I think
act
he
like a leader.
over there. I just didn't read it the way a lot of people were trying to say he wasn't being with the team. I was like, he was still talking with a teammate over there.
A teammate that wasn't
playing,
wasn't
still,
enclosed.
But what happens when Rondo does it? Why is he not saying?
Wait. Rondo did it to an extreme.
Rondo was the first
Rondo
one
was
to
sitting
start
with
it.
the crowd.
Actually, he was doing this way before anybody, and it's just like they weren't really focused on him.
And Rondo was sitting with the crowd. He wasn't sitting at the end of the bench. He was sitting with.
I'm gonna sit with the fans.
I don't know, man. I get he's a great basketball player, and I get all that, but sometimes his leadership
it's questionable.
comes into some sort of question.
Not
to a full extent, but some sort of question.
Between the Cavaliers and the Lakers, his leadership is very foggy. I think when he was in Miami, he didn't have to be the leader.
Yeah, I was going to say he didn't have the leadership in Miami.
Dwayne Wade was the leader. Pat was the one in charge, and Spoelstra
was the messenger.
It's just he said probably
he was Pat told his ass what to do.
Pretty much, probably. But either way, he didn't have to. He didn't have to have that pressure. And he had a bunch of superstars.
He wasn't allowed to have the pressure. He wasn't allowed to have that role.
They blocked pretty much all that stuff.
They said, "Look, LeBron,
that's
you're
why
not
he
going to
took
do
the enemy thing so easily. Like,
well,
I'll be the bad guy.
That's why he left Miami. He left Miami because he felt like he could take it. Yeah. And then he got to Cleveland. He did a piss poor job of handling the leadership role because his handling of the leadership role is why Kyrie left.
Yeah.
Granted, Kyrie's looking at the situation a little bit differently now, but it's not inducive to a team-friendly environment as far as the players go. Now, I'm not saying that it has to be because whatever it takes to win, you don't got to like me as long as we win. But at the same time, when your best players no longer want to play with you, that's an issue.
I get it.
You can't be the best player on the planet and the other great players say, you know what, I'd rather do it by myself.
You know what? You know what's funny? Only one player has ever said that about LeBron. About like I don't want to play with him. I watched it on TV. Like if you think about it, what players have come out?
The rest of them aren't good enough to be able to say that. Though.
But I'm saying but either way, like if you really got the huevos to say anything, like
the huevos
to come out and say like you could be a B-list player and say I didn't like playing with LeBron, But nobody has yet to come out and say anything.
But as a B-list player and you're playing with LeBron, you can ride his coattails to a championship run.
But what I'm saying is like
you can't, as a B-list player, you can't do that anywhere else.
I'm saying like after he like all the players that leave or whatever, they got the reason to talk. Like they're not with him no more. Like I haven't heard nobody say anything.
You want to know why they don't say anything? Because they hope that they can get a chance to play with him again at the Lakers.
They hope they can get a fucking ring first of all.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just saying like I don't want to discredit him for being a leader.
Who was the dude on the Cavs that didn't play and should have been playing 2 years ago? No. What the fuck was his name?
Was it Richard Jefferson?
Nope.
Was it the big tall guy? The white, the mascot?
It was when we were doing the podcast in the kitchen. We were talking about it. There was a player that was on the Cavs that wasn't playing, and he should have been playing. He would have made a difference.
Not Rodney Hill.
Oh, Rodney Hood.
Rodney Hood.
Look at him now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some players, bro.
It depends who you got around you.
Bro, to be honest with you, this right here is what separates Mike from them. Mike from LeBron.
Yeah. Kobe and all them.
Every time I look up, Joel Embiid is on the ground.
He's hooping. He brought him back. What you call it? That's why I feel like Giannis is like Kobe and Michael. Like
because he want to do that shit.
He's got that same mindset.
He wants to kill you.
He came out and said, "Why would I want to work out with players that are in the league right now? I'm trying to be better than them."
So
that's why Giannis and Russell are my two favorite players. It's mentality.
Like I said, I think sometimes Westbrook. I understand, man. You got to keep it a buck. You got to keep it 100. You got to calm down a little bit sometimes, boss.
Westbrook keeping $1 million.
Like it's a little bit too much millions, yo. Like.
You got like fucking 430 million, goddamn
it. Speaking of Westbrook, so you were talking about it earlier. He
got the tech.
He got his 16 tech. He had to sit out.
Yo, I saw if you see the list, there's some. Draymond Green has 3 more times.
Draymond is always up there.
Andre Drummond's one. Josh Jackson, for some reason, is on that list too. He's got quite a few.
Andre Drummond doesn't have to worry about it because they're not going to make it.
No, his was low. His was very low. His was like he's only single digits.
Draymond's going to miss a playoff game. Westbrook's going to miss a playoff game. Because, like you say, he's got to be careful, but honestly, that's the way he plays.
They don't give a fuck about that suspension.
Westbrook cares about the suspension, but he can't turn that switch off when he steps on the court. He's incapable of doing it.
If like right now, if he gets a tech in this next game, He's going to miss another game, and they could lose, which they happened already, and they just drop down the seed. The whole reason they dropped down is because they lost the game without him.
True.
So he does have to check himself a few times, or his players, his teammates got to be in front of him like, hey, calm down. I know it's hard to tell him that, but you don't want your best player that's on it. He is the heart of that team, like Steph Curry is for the Golden State.
He's not even close to being the same player if he's not playing angry.
All I'm saying is like he can't play, like he's got to pick and choose his time to when he's going to be like that.
I will say what he does have to be careful of, because why is there such a big free throw discrepancy?
Goddamn.
He does have to be careful because now fans are going to be going at him.
Listen, fans and other players. Like, they could get some bum ass dude on the end of the bench and say, hey, rough him up a little bit. I bet that's all I need to do.
Especially playing the other teams that like are trying to get in or get ahead of him.
Right.
Get ahead of them.
And I guarantee you, there's teams out there that's not in the playoff. They're like, hey, we're going to, we want to start some problems.
Because the Clippers are on the outside looking in, right? Or no, the Kings are. The Kings are.
The Kings are on the outside looking in. Yeah.
If they play the Kings, my God,
you know what I'm saying? They might, like, honestly, I mean, it's not going to happen, but, they're not eliminated yet, so they're going to try to fight, just face on.
They're close enough. They're close enough that, some things go right, and then the Thunder just keep losing games.
Well, like I said, a lot of, like, the Lakers are actually not out of it. Minnesota's not out of it, and
the Lakers have less than a 1% chance, but I hear you.
But like I said, those are, they haven't claimed them eliminated yet.
Right,
so
right.
Some freaky shit happened.
Let's be honest, the Bulls aren't out of it. Hey, they beat the Suns the other night. I watched that.
I was mad. I was really mad when I saw that score.
Look, let me tell you something.
Why
if you didn't think that was going to happen exactly the way it did, I don't know what to tell you. The Suns are better at tanking than we are.
Like, clearly.
All right. I think I had. What else do I have? I had. Let's see what else is on the docket.
Oh.
Breaking down numbers.
Really?
Whoops. That's where we're at now.
Yeah, that's where we're
No,
at.
dude.
Right. You know what? It's cool because I ran out of stuff. No, you said you want to talk football. Mm-hmm. What you got?
Are you fucking kidding me? What do you mean? What do I have?
Well, he missed out on
Clay Matthews and Randall Cobb both gone from the Packers.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to talk shit about that.
What you call?
That's why I was hoping.
So
honestly,
the fuck was I?
was hoping
Somebody
Justin
showed me that magazine. What was that magazine that
Oh.
showed just Aaron Rodgers, the only one sitting there with all the people around him gone?
Wait,
Bro, you know.
Joe was trying to set the trap because I was ready to talk big shit with Justin.
I was ready to talk that shit too because he's like, no, bro, we improved our defense. We got
if
Amos.
Justin was here, I wish he was here.
Time out. Okay, so Randall Cobb, right, going to Dak. It said going from Aaron Rodgers to Dak is like going from the night shift to the day shift at a strip club. How do you not laugh at that?
Oh my!
I was dead when I seen that. For real.
Yo.
But on some real shit though, Ryan Pace finessed that whole Amos and HaHa Clint Dix thing.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why. What they signed HaHa Clint Dix to? 1 year, $5 million?
Something minimal, light.
1 year, $5 million, I think it was.
Yeah.
The Packers signed Amos 4 years, $40 million or $37 million. Go ahead. HaHa Clint Dix has better stats. Mm-hmm. We'll take it. Mm-hmm. I mean, y'all will take it. I'm sorry. I'm not a Bears fan. I'm tripping.
It's okay.
Rewind.
Bear down, Chicago Bears.
Hell no.
So, do you think Clay Matthews going to the Rams is significant in any way, shape, or form?
What's a
Because I don't think it is.
It don't
Well,
what did he do last
all-
year? Like, he's been on decline, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
with that much talent.
Did the Rams lose Sue?
Was that a 1 year deal?
I don't know.
What, for Clay Matthews?
No. The deal that they signed him to last year was a 1 year deal. It might have been.
Either way, they got Aaron Donald. So I mean, with the
hell?
front line like that,
You can put
Clay
Aaron-
Matthews will make a difference.
You can put me next to Aaron Donald. He's still gonna put up numbers.
Straight up, straight up. So it's hard to answer that question because I don't feel like the Rams should even have been in the Super Bowl last year.
Talk about it. Wait. Who should have been there, Joe?
Bro, my teams be taking some bullshit ass breaks, bro.
Hey, it's good entertainment for us.
But
in the podcast,
I think the Rams are still going to be a contender. The Raiders.
It should be.
I'd love to be a fucking blade of grass in a Raiders practice, dude, with Burfict and Brown.
I'm telling you right now. Burfict is there? Oh, God. I didn't know that. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
What happened?
Vontaze Burfict. He hasn't played a full season since his rookie year because of suspensions and injuries. So how good of a difference does he make? Because you got to be there. You got to play.
Yeah, availability matters.
And I don't think him and Brown are going to get along whatsoever.
You don't think so?
They don't get along now.
On the field, I understand. Like, I mean, like when it was, they were in the same division.
You're basically putting two alpha males in a cage together.
And Burfict damn near tried to end Brown's career.
Couple times.
Hey, Juju gave him back. Had his back.
Juju on that beat. Yeah, I feel you.
Bah! Said, sit your ass down.
I look at it. I said this last week. I know you guys weren't here. I said this last week. I give it till Game 6 that this whole thing completely blows up in Oakland.
Really?
Yeah. I don't care when their bye is. After the 6th game that they play, this whole thing will have blown up.
Somebody was telling me you gave up Max saying that y'all ain't got money, but y'all out here giving Brown all that money.
They didn't want to pay him.
Yeah.
Like they said whatever they wanted to say, but the message was clear. They did not value Khalil Mack as a top flight player. Mm-hmm. But you
top flight security of the world, Craig.
But you paid
not just the country.
But you paid a diva. You paid a diva wide receiver.
Yeah.
Who has already proven that if he doesn't get his way, won't show up.
Don't cry about it.
And it's not just about money. It's about everything. If he doesn't get his way, he won't show up, plain and simple. So you gave him the money.
And how old is Brown? Like 30? Like 32, 34?
I don't think he's that old. I don't think Antonio Brown's older than me at all.
Somebody told me he was he's an older dude.
Antonio Brown is
it right there?
He's 30.
30? Oh,
yeah.
he's just 30? Okay.
Yeah, he's just 30. 88. Antonio Brown is really talented, but he's also had Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, he's had backups play and still put up numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm not challenging his
Carr,
ability. I don't think Carr is the answer in Oakland. And that's the bigger issue because I think in the next 2 years, you're going to have to move away from Carr. And when that happens, what happens with Antonio Brown then? Because he's not going to put up with a subpar quarterback. Mm-hmm. He's not going to put up with losing. He's going to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And you're going to have to deal with it. And I've been wanting to say this, but I didn't know how I felt about it because I just thought that they were going to be stuck with it. But I'm going to say it now. John Gruden is absolutely, positively not going to finish out the life of that contract.
How long? How many years?
He's got 9 years left.
Damn.
There is
honestly
no
just
chance.
time to just sit back and watch that shit blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going to be my entertainment. That's absolutely going to be my entertainment.
Maybe.
And the Packers being the last in that division.
So much joy in my heart.
Who the fuck is Rodgers to throw that pitch to, bro?
I mean, is it Rodgers? You could say Rodgers can make wide receivers.
He didn't do it last year.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He still got Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm. He still got Graham. Graham's still on the team.
Shit. Who?
Graham.
Jimmy Graham?
Yeah. I mean, he don't make a difference, but I mean,
he would if he fucking catch the ball.
Yeah.
Aaron, throw that bitch too hard or something. He ain't got the touch like Breeze, okay?
That was a bad fantasy pick for me.
Such a dilemma. I got Devontae Adams. I got Michael Thomas. And I got Alvin Kamara.
Don't you wish you could trade fucking players for draft picks?
Oh, my God.
It's okay. Just don't keep Michael Thomas so I could draft him second.
I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
Because I definitely ain't keeping AB. Fuck no.
Oh, yeah, you keep AB. You wild.
That was your keeper last year?
Erase that shit. Erase it.
I don't know who I'm going to keep.
Mark Ingram went to the fucking Ravens. That's decent for him.
Yeah, I saw that.
We got Latavius Murray.
But they had another running back time with the Ravens?
So they're trying to run like for 4,000 yards this year. Lamar Jackson. Can we be honest about him for a second?
What's up?
Year 2 is not going to be kind to him.
It's gonna be rough.
It's different when you start the season, and it's different when you get thrown in the middle towards the end.
And teams have enough time to really game plan.
It's different.
And now they have film on you.
Let him, bro. He at least he has the security of this is your rock now. Flacco ain't there no more.
This is you.
It's not where, well, shit, if I fuck up, maybe they'll throw Flacco in. No, my guy, it's on you.
The moment that Flacco was healthy and they kept him in there, he didn't have to worry about that at all.
They made a statement last year in the playoffs by saying, we're getting our ass whooped. Lamar Jackson's our guy. We're keeping him in.
True. Very true.
So,
Which
Flacco.
I agreed with that stance because if
Let it ride,
Flacco, no matter what, if Flacco comes back in there, you're screwed in the offseason.
Yeah,
and it's
because
even
now-
worse if Flacco finds a way to come back and win because now what do
you're
you do?
double fucked.
Yeah.
Double stuffed.
You can't win in that situation.
No.
So, no, they made the right decision.
It's just a matter of if, I mean, bro, the sophomore slump is real, but it's not real for everybody.
It's not real for everybody, but my issue with Lamar Jackson, the reason why I say the year 2 is not going to be kind for him, is that he still hasn't proven that he can throw the ball.
Right.
True.
Well, so who do you say has a better sophomore year between Jackson and Baker?
Baker
Makerfield.
the Browns, for all the ineptitude that they have had, for all the ineptitude that they have had, the Browns have.
And then they still got Tyreek Hunt still coming back
After 8 games.
after 8 games. Yeah,
Did they come up with the 8 games? Was the
yeah,
number?
that's what it was.
They've got an offensive weaponry.
Joe
him.
Mixon. Jarvis Landry. Odell Beckham. Baker Mayfield. David Njoku. Bro, all you got to do is have a solid
Chubbs.
offensive line. Nick Chubb. Yeah,
What-
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Bro. That offense should be great. That offense should be great and should challenge for the division. I'll say challenge because it's still the Cleveland Browns.
Where did Earl Thomas go? Didn't he sign with somebody else?
He signed with Baltimore.
See, that's why it's like Ravens. I remember they picking up a lot of pieces.
He signed with Baltimore, and that made a little bit more sense on why they let Eric Weedle go.
It's gonna be
Only a little bit.
I think bro, I feel like there's like a background to all these trades and shit that just popped off. Like there's like some sort of like conspiracy
Stories that we're never gonna hear.
bro. Like
The one that I want to hear.
was this shit not popping, bro? It was one after another. Bang, bang, bang.
The one that I'm
Put up
most
the dog ass.
interested
Bang,
in
bang, bang.
is the OBJ one.
Shit was lit.
Like I didn't even know he was. Like I heard he's like teams were offering for OBJ, but the Giants had no desire to trade him.
You might
Next
as well
thing you know,
fucking trade Saquon and just be the shit of the NFL for the next 16 years like the Browns were.
Why is Eli still on that team?
Because according to AK, he's still a good quarterback and their offensive line sucks. Bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, when Drew Brees gets to that point, don't let me talk that shit he's talking, okay? Stop me and say, bro, I'm sorry, bro.
Drew,
and I'll look at you and say, you're right, man.
Eli should have been. He should have told
Bro,
himself like,
bro, you won 2. You beat the GOAT twice. Bro, you did what you had to do, bud.
They'll find a way to put you in the Hall of Fame. They will.
They will.
Walking.
He's going to.
Walking.
Yeah.
You beat a team that was undefeated.
Tough.
Walking.
And then come back another few years
The
later
arguable
and do it
GOAT.
again.
The undisputed.
No. Tom Brady or Eli?
No, he's talking Tom. He's saying,
that's why I said no so fast. Yeah, Tom Brady, arguable. Tom Brady's the GOAT, bro.
Yeah.
You beat him twice.
Tom Brady's the GOAT.
You beat him twice on the biggest stage.
Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah.
There ain't no question. There ain't no argument.
I hate to say that.
Folks won 6.
One for the thumb.
Ben to 8.
Nah,
Ben to 8. We ain't talking basketball. We're talking football, where that shit changes
We're getting back there.
every single year, bro. There's new teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Dallas last year.
Chicago. Think I wasn't gonna slip that in? Are you kidding me? They're down, fam. What you mean?
was the Texans in it last year?
No.
Yeah, they were there this year.
The Colts. There was a lot of
Colts.
turnover.
Yeah.
Who did the Colts pick up this year? Nobody really, right?
I don't know.
Le'Veon Bell, so he should have just went over there.
Oh, wait,
Jets.
Le'Veon Bell. Wait a
Like,
minute. That's
what
the one.
the hell?
That's the other
The
one I wanted to
Jets.
talk to about.
The Jets.
And then what he said about the Jets not even 2
What
weeks before.
incarnation? What the fuck
he
was
said,
he
he
thinking?
said, I would never sign with the Jets.
No, he
for-
said somebody said I got a truck with $60 million, your name on it.
Yeah, yeah.
If you come to the Jets, he said that ain't enough
That
to
ain't
get me to
enough.
play for the
No,
Jets,
so he
bro.
go- so he go for
40
53.
million is enough.
Or 43 or
40
whatever it
million
is.
enough. I'm telling you,
Hey,
boy,
fam,
she be
chill.
listening.
I didn't do anything.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
it.
it.
It just does that. But no, yeah, like you had if you had a chance to go to the coach with Andrew Luck being a comeback player this year, balling out of control, defense is on tight.
I mean,
Technically, you could have went wherever you wanted.
You could have,
As long
but
as
you go
you-
to
as
the
long as-
Jets, and you
Here
don't
is
get paid.
here is
way
the
you think
thing.
you should.
Here's the thing, and this is what tells me everything I need to know about Le'Veon Bell. Not necessarily Le'Veon Bell, but how teams feel about Le'Veon Bell. His agent were calling around check teams' interest. Le'Veon Bell is supposed to be a top 3 running back in the NFL. If that caliber player hits free agency, your phone is blowing up off the hook. So I think a lot of teams look at. I think it's. I can consider it like a conspiracy that front offices and owners are basically looking at it and saying, if you don't do what we want you to do, we're not going to play ball with you. So I think a lot of teams didn't have interest in Le'Veon Bell, basically just to prove a point. So I don't think Le'Veon could have went wherever he wanted to.
All right.
And he signed the second highest contract for a running back. So he didn't get a bad deal, but
The Steelers are so hurt, dude.
oh, it's over. I'd be shocked if Ben comes back at this point. You had to drag Ben Roethlisberger back to the team last year and say, one more run, man. And you had AB, and you thought you had Le'Veon then. Ben is going to look at it and say, Juju, I like you. I don't like you that much.
I got breaking news.
You got talking to the mic.
I got breaking news.
All right.
Ron Burgundy would call the Thursday Kings and Sharks game.
What?
Rob Burgundy from Anchorman.
All right, man.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be funny.
Look.
I'm gonna watch that.
The Kings and who?
Kings and Sharks.
You got talking to the mic. Oh, hockey?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely not watching that. Yeah, no. I'm good.
I can just imagine his one-liners.
All right. Do we have players of the week?
Mike Trout. They didn't have to do nothing.
This is like super unconventional of me to say this, but I'm giving it to Zion, bro. That folks snap with that 100% from the field. And 29 points. I don't care if it was against us or not. You got to tip your hat when it's due, and that shit's impressive.
He was beast mode.
Granted, still going to lose in the second round, but it was tough.
Yeah, I stand by mine.
D?
Mike Trout. Like, he saw what Machado got, saw what Harper got, and said, I want what they got, even and more.
I want it.
Put a cherry on top. Matter of fact, make it 2 cherries. Matter of fact, make it
Or, I mean,
400.
shit, you could even shout out James Harden for scoring 30 points against every team.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to say it. I don't fuck with James Harden. I don't.
All right, dude. So this dude at work, bro. Is there such thing as called the 0 step in the NBA? He said the 0 step is what makes James Harden's step back legal. I said, first of all, he said it's when, before you gather, you take a step, and then you can take 2 steps on the drop back.
It's
You
travel.
can't
And I'm
take 2
looking at
steps.
him.
It's a fucking travel.
He said he said you got 3 steps, but I said you get 2.
2.
You
It's
get,
in the
you,
rule book.
You have
get
the
2
gather.
steps.
The gather is not counted. That 2 steps is a travel. It's a blatant one.
I still don't get how these referees just allow that shit. And then other players are trying it and they're getting called for traveling. And they're doing the same thing he does.
I know, fuck with him or not, bro. Scoring a 30
listen,
ball against every team.
I
in
ain't
the
mad
NBA.
at him at all. He ain't gonna win no championship. But he's a hooper. I give him props for being where he came from and everything and just where he stands.
We're good.
What happened?
Sure, go ahead.
He's trying to rob us.
Damn, that sucks. I'm actually shocked at you because of who I'm giving my player of the week. Dirt.
Yeah.
Dirk Nowitzki.
He passed up with Chamberlain. Number 6. Bang.
Pass Wilt
Bang.
on all-time scoring list.
Bang.
He's now number.
Bang. Bang.
Are you good? Are you good?
You done?
I got. Listen. I got.
Are you
hey,
finished
I got
or are
a
you
question.
done?
I got a question.
You done or you finished?
Who's a better player, Kevin Garnett or the Dirk Nowitzki?
See, that's a tough question because you got longevity into there.
You're rude.
I mean, just
You're rude.
Just tell
Why
me
would
who,
you put us on the spot like that right at the end of the show?
of course, I just want to ask that question.
That's a hard ass.
Now, you know,
That was like when we were in Boston, bro, and I asked the lady, I said, who means more to you, Tom Brady or Theo Epstein?
yeah,
and she was just
like,
shook. Like,
hey, I remember that. Yo, he put her on the spot. I was like,
Yo,
damn.
that's a dick
That's a
move.
tough one. I was like,
because she was talking, she was saying some dumb shit about Tom Brady. All right, bet.
Yeah.
You want to talk shit? All right, answer this question, bitch.
But back to my question.
Dirk or KG? Fuck, man, that's tough.
Say like you got a squad and you can only pick between him.
To play the 4?
Yeah,
And that one, actually, it's easier for me.
I guess it is. What are you picking?
I'm picking KG.
Okay, well, just who's a better player when it comes to the career? Even I said too. Like I pick.
I mean,
KG.
you almost got to go with Dirk for the simple fact of he stayed in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
He number 6 on the all-time scoring list.
Mm-hmm.
Beat LeBron.
Went to the. Well, I'm about to say KG went to the finals.
KG beat LeBron, too.
Not for the finals.
To get to the finals.
Not for the finals.
It was structured against him.
Not
to
for
be
the
able to-
finals.
Sure.
Whatever.
The
Well,
Cavaliers that he had.
I dare say KG is the reason why LeBron went to Miami.
Yeah.
That's a tough question, bro, to be honest with you.
I picked Dirk because of that.
Of course you pick Dirk.
But
you
I mean,
have
when
his
you
jersey
look-
signed.
That's
anyway.
like asking who's better, North Carolina or Duke. Duh. Fucking North Carolina.
But the only thing I give KG is that he has a defensive player of the year.
Yeah, that's. I think that's the breaking point.
I
for
like
me.
That, but
And he talked that shit.
he talked that shit. Hey, listen,
Yo,
Dirk
KG was
Nowitzki-
crazy.
What he tell Carmelo, your wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios? What's up, baby?
Yo, KG is nuts.
Dirk has
He's
it.
absolutely nuts. I, ain't
I
talking
like
shit
that
with
shit
KG.
though. I like that shit
I do
talking
too.
shit.
I do
but
too.
Dirk humble.
No, but
His wife be hooking him up with the paper plate and the foil.
Dirk be coming to the games with the plate.
Only dated black women.
That's why you like him so much because
he keeps it. He came in lean. He knew. He said he knew.
Dirk's
who to
been
talk
had
to.
invites
He knew who
to
to
Hey,
talk to.
he light skinned like me, bro.
All right, that's it. I'm putting into this shit.
Smack talk.
I am putting into this shit. All right,
He light skinned like me.
we back. All right, look, we back to normal. We back to normal on the regular schedule. I mean, you better be here next week. I have to. You and me have to be here next week because I have to take you to sushi. And if you show up for sushi but not the podcast,
I'm calling you out.
We gonna be.
Yeah, but I mean, we still, there might be a schedule change, obviously, but we'll figure that out.
That's crazy. All right,
I mean, there shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But
shouldn't
you know
be.
what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
So, yeah, we'll see.
All right,
It
cool.
should be smooth.
So for the fans, once again, I want to thank everybody for listening. I see the viewership is growing. I appreciate that. Keep sharing, keep listening, keep giving your feedback.
Yeah.
We are going to try to have guests on to talk more
Hopefully more
detailed.
regularly because
Yeah.
getting sick of sitting across from you. And I'm so glad you don't got that bandana on you had last week. You're lucky you ain't wear it today.
Biker boys.
Because I watched a little bit of that episode last week. I said, ooh, I know why you wore that bandana when I wasn't there.
We gonna
Biker
talk
boys.
about this.
So I was going to get him.
Oh, we're going to talk about this. All right. So we should be back to our regular schedule. And like I said, just reach out to us if you enjoy this episode. Tell us what you like about it. We're trying to improve every single week, make this enjoyable for not only you guys, but we have fun doing this. So let's keep this
what
up.
they want.
Give the people what they want. Absolutely. So this has been another episode of Smack Talk. Leave it on the court. Thank you, guys.
Yo.